The film is full of so many wonderful Easter eggs and not just movie references, but references to the other movies in the trilogy. Could you point out some hidden secrets that maybe people won't notice first time around?
I feel like this time we don't really wear our references on our sleeve. They're not overtly intended. I mean, I think, with Shaun of the Dead, we made mention of other zombie films and other horror directors because we wanted to make sure people didn't think we were just, we thought we were being original. We knew we were drawing on something that had happened before. With Hot Fuzz, it was about action cinema, so we named streets after action directors, and there are moments that pay direct homage to other films. With The World's End, we decided to not make any overt references. We agonized over mentioning the film Aliens in case people thought, oh, you're mentioning aliens, in the DNA of the film, you'll find perhaps the Invasion of the Body Snatchers and Day of the Triffids, but I think the references that are there in its origin are more literary. They're more sort of British social science fiction. There is no point in the film where we actively nod at another film and say, we're making a comment on this film. Perhaps Bonnie Tyler's video to
Tell people that.
who the director of which Edgar had a great email exchange with recently. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that linked the other two films. Obviously, the fence gag was an idea that we came up with about having a series of jokes which exist over 3 films, which would be interesting. The cornetto became a linking factor quite by accident. But they do deal with the true link between them is conformity and the idea of growing up and male friendship and the encroaching of a collective which is threatening to destroy your identity. That runs through all 3.
Well, we tried to sort of there's less movie references in this one to the other movies, and that was very sort of deliberate because I think sort of between Spaced, Shaun and Fuzz, and Simon, Nick and Paul, I think sort of we just wanted to kind of get away from that a little bit. So overall, the references are more to sort of classic British sci-fi literature, like John Wyndham and Nigel Neal. Obviously, they themselves became kind of classic films and TV shows. But I'll try and think of some things that are in there. Well, there is something where the first 3 minutes kind of sets you up for exactly how the rest of the film is going to pan out. That was something. So within Simon's opening monologue, you can kind of sort of see clues to what's going to happen later. Another thing would be I tried to kind of make sure that the number of each pub was in somewhere in each scene, because I always like doing that sort of. I did it in Scott Pilgrim, and I do like the sort of drowning by numbers stroke Sesame Street thing of counting your way through the film. So in each pub you can look for the number. Some of them are very obvious, like number 12 is the most obvious one, and some of the other ones are a bit more hidden. And then another thing would be, the name of the brewery. We had to come up with a fictional brewery name, and it's actually called Windshire Breweries, which is the name of the fictional county in John Wyndham's The Midwich Cuckoos. So I thought Windshire Breweries, okay, that's what we're going to call the breweries.